So this one I'm going to be talking about the use of color. And this first book is called Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise Brown, and the pictures are by Clement Hurd. And when you first open it up to the first page, you see lots of very contrasting colors that go nicely together. You see all the colors. You continue on, and immediately you turn, and the next two are in black and white. But if you continue on, you see that you have color again. And I think these are really good because in the book they are preparing to go to bed, and she is starting to say goodnight to all the things in the room and looking at different things in the room. As you go on in the story, you have some more black and white ones. The room begins to get a little bit darker. You can tell that you're able to actually see. You see the lamp here, and you can see the light that it's casting. You can see the difference. Like you're looking at a picture, you can see where it goes through. You have the light, and then you have where it's just outside. So you give that contrast in colors, which is also kind of goes back to the value, because you have the different shades of it as you in the one picture. And you can see the shadows again where the light hits the table and hits the ground. But this book really has lots of colors that is used into it, and you can tell it's starting to become darker. And the pictures, you can see again, this book is even darker. You can see the light from the lamp even more pronounced than this picture, because it's starting to become darker, because it's starting to become later. You see the moon is starting to rise up, so you know it's getting to be later in the night, and so it's also becoming darker. So, and then it continues on throughout the book. Each one becomes progressively darker. If I can open the page, as they're still saying goodnight to all of the different things in the room. As it progressively just becomes darker, and the moon is continuing to rise till the very last page. You can see how dark it is compared to the rest, compared to what it was earlier in the book. And it's implied again that it's nighttime, it's time to sleep, and that it gets darker when you're going to sleep. The next book that I have is Franklin is Lost by Paulette Brigadies and Brenda Clark. It is lots of different colors used. Starts out very bright, very kind of playful. Franklin's going out to feast with some friends, so he doesn't have to be alone. Continuing on through the book, he was told to go out to be with friends. It's already daytime, and his parents told him that he needed to be back by 6 o'clock because he doesn't need to be outside when it gets dark. So you can see that it's all really bright. There's lots of really bright, vibrant colors. He's out playing with his friends. And as he's continuing to play with his friends, you can see the berries in the berry patch, and he's picking out berries. They're playing hide and go seek, and so he's looking all around for his friends. So continuing on through, it's starting to get later. You can tell by how the colors are starting to darken a little bit. It's getting later in the evening. It's also kind of getting a little bit scary for Franklin because he's out there on his own. And his parents are going out looking for him, and he can't find them. Again, still it's getting later. And here you see Franklin on his own. He's scared. He's in his shell, and you can see there's a lot more dark colors. He's kind of scared in this, so it makes sense that it's showing it being darker because he's kind of scared. Plus, it's getting close to being nighttime, so it makes sense that it's going to be darker. And it continues. See the sun starting to go down. You see it's lighter over here and darker over here. So the color is starting to set the mood because he's getting scared. He's getting nervous that he's on his own. You can see that he's looking anxious because he's out alone and it's getting dark. And you can see parents find him, and you can see a little bit notice, like especially right around them, you see that it becomes a little bit brighter because he's happy his parents found him. I think this book is it really goes well with the stories because the story goes like Franklin wouldn't want to be alone, so he went to ask his parents if he could go play with his friends. He's out playing with his friends. They're playing hide and go seek. Franklin's looking in all these different places when he ends up not being able to find his friends and gets lost in the woods. And so I think this book really goes well with, the pictures really go well with the story. What's also in this book, you see, I know I mentioned it, there's the value, the different, the shades of the different colors. But this form is also really good at the shape. You see, or not shape, space. You see that there's a lot of layering involved, even though there's the implied distance, what's behind and what's in front. And then you see here you kind of have some form in there as well, because you see there's the actual 3D value. Stuff gets smaller the farther back it goes. So I think this book has a lot of really good elements in it.